Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. Let's talk about RGTI. As you guys know, the stock market is red yet again. And for some reason, I can hear myself talking. Yeah, the red again. Okay, the only plus that I can see here on the stock market is you can see my watch. There's just blood everywhere. -10, -30, -20. Absolute bloodbath. But on the plus side, Nvidia here is finally starting to show some buyers stepping in. We're right at the bottom of the Keltner channels. The weighted moving average, we're near it again. And we're right at the bottom here within this rectangle. Looks like we found our bottom here on the market. It looks like that so far. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I have not bought in just yet because this could be a green candle, and then by the time the market closes, we could be red. So I'm not going to buy just yet. I will be adding some Nvidia at the end of today's close if it looks good. But this is good. If the market can bounce here because Nvidia has found a bottom, then we're going to see a lot of strength and recovery from everything else. And I remember telling you guys, if Nvidia is showing weakness, be very careful. That's why I did not want to buy Rigetti, because I'm like, wait, if one of the best stocks out there is struggling to create new highs, then why would I buy all these other stocks that are riskier? The MACD has not crossed over. As I've told you guys before, the MACD, we have not crossed over. The weighted moving average, we're getting there. We're getting close to it. It's not that far off. We're only, what, $3 away. And if this keeps dropping 20% at a time, we'll see it in no time. So I'm looking for a lot of signals here converging. Converging, by that I mean we're going to see the price get close to the 200 weighted moving average, and we're going to see the MACD start to curl up, and maybe we start to get a crossover and a change in momentum to the buying side. As of right now, this candle was actually green at open. As you can see, it came up as high as 852. I'm sure a lot of people were like, woo, this is it. But this is why I tell you, like, guys, we've been bleeding. Why would you buy the dip that keeps on dipping? You're just being used as liquidity. You're just being used as volume for someone else to dump their shares on your head. Right now, imagine a door. Everyone's rushing for the exits. This is what's happening. That's what you're seeing. Everyone's rushing for the exits. They don't want to be the last person out, meaning they don't want to be the one that bought at 60 cents, it goes to 21, then they hold it all the way back down to 60 cents, back to their average, or whatever their average may be it $2, $3. That would suck, right? Imagine being up 100%, 500%, 1,000%, and you just let it come all the way back down to your average. That would suck. So some people are going to exit late because they're going to realize, like, man, this thing just keeps bleeding 20 to 50% a day. This is going to come down to my average in no time. I think I'm just going to, I'm going to rush for the exits. The people that rushed for the exits and asked questions later were the ones that initially dumped here. They got out and said, see ya, suckers. You guys can hold it, thinking it's going to go back up. And some people did tell me, I remember someone left a comment saying, like, hey, this is going to bounce huge. We're going to get a huge recovery, negative 50%. No way it keeps going down that. No way it's going to come back down to, like, dollars. I don't think so, but I would not underestimate selling pressure. I think a lot of people who are bullish, they underestimate the selling pressure, but they're more than happy to see the stock price appreciate from low 60s to $21. Like, where's that same energy, right? Think about that for a second. Where's that same energy? If the buying pressure can be so much that it can push it up that much, you should have that same energy for the sellers. The sellers they do have the ammunition, all this ammunition here, all this volume, it's going to come back as selling pressure. They have the ammunition to keep pushing it down. I don't know why I'm using gun terms, but sure, why not? That's going to be my new way of putting it. They have the ammunition to sell. That's why buyers are getting destroyed. The ones that keep buying the dip, it just keeps coming down. I've always found it odd that people have a lot of energy. Oh my God, we just keep going up. Oh my God, buyers are just in control. They're just pushing up the price. And then for some reason, when the selling pressure begins, oh no, we're going to bounce. It's down over 80%. Don't worry, we're going to start coming back up. Like, guys, there's sellers have just as much ammunition as buyers did when it was pumping. You can see it dropped from 21 to where it is now. And you think it can't drop any further? Please wait for the crossover. I know a lot of you have been telling me, like, man, I'm glad let me see if I can pull up the comment here. I really appreciate your channel. You are the most honest investor YouTube channel I know of. You saved me from losing tens of thousands of dollars and have given me so much confidence about when to enter and exit. Can't thank you enough. I may join your Discord soon. I will see you in the Discord if you do join. I had over 200K in Sybil and messed up. I was buying back on lows and finally sold because of you. And bought back at the absolute bottom like you said. When it hit almost 2 cents, I made 800K, then sold. I'm going to buy the bottom again, and I'm going to flip it and make more money. So thank you. So a lot of people are learning from my channel. This is what I'm here to do. I've dedicated my life to teaching you how to make money. If you don't have the patience and discipline, then you're just not going to make, you're not going to get destroyed if you at least set a stop loss. Like if at least you have a stop loss, you won't get destroyed. But there are people, unfortunately, even in my Discord, this one guy, you will not believe what he said. I told him, I'm like, hey, take some profits off the table. Don't hold it. Take some off the table. Pay yourself. I told him, pay yourself. And he did not listen. He was greedy. And then the stock dropped. And I told him, yes, it dropped because someone sold because they weren't being greedy. And then he said, I'm sorry, but just anything under $200 doesn't really seem worth it to me, honestly. Imagine working at McDonald's for $15 an hour. You have to work like over 10 hours of your life to make $200. Imagine being able to make that just clicking buy and clicking sell within, what, an hour? And all you did was click buy and click sell. That takes 30 seconds each at best. Like, think about that for a second. And so what ended up happening is, this guy was like, no, it's not even worth it if I'm not getting $200 or more. Like, that's a greedy mentality. And if you want big bucks, load up on Sybil. I have a video coming out for that. So I just want to show you guys, people are learning. People who are in the Discord, whether you're just on the YouTube comments, you can learn a lot from this. This is the whole point. And I mean, I'm kind of flabbergasted that this guy made, he made a lot of money off of this channel, 600K. He made a lot of money. Not 600K, 800K. And you know what he did? He waited for it to bottom out, and then he bought in and went for a ride on the next hype wave. So, like, this is what it is about, and you have to wait. Do not underestimate sellers. They got plenty of ammo. They got a whole machine gun, guys. Plenty of ammo boxes. I can see them right here. Look at all these ammo boxes. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back down to at least $2. I do not underestimate that. Someone bought at $10. Now they're down almost 50%. They're down, what, 34%? Somewhere in there. We'll see if the market starts to recover. I would expect recovery. This can't keep going forever. We know that, right? We know it can't keep going up forever. And on the other side, we know it can't keep going down forever. But still, you have to respect sellers. If you don't respect sellers, you're just going to keep buying dips that keep on dipping. Waiting on the bottom. I love your videos. I have learned so much from you. So again, if you want to join the Discord, you can fucking, oh, I just swore. You can talk to me, all the time. You can just message me and I will answer your questions. This is what I'm here for. I want people to learn and be good at the markets. And all it takes is discipline and patience, which, as I just showed you, this guy has neither, and he was scoffing at, oh, just $200. Whenever I make $100 in the market, I think about McDonald's. I think about when I used to work at McDonald's when I was 18, making $8.25 an hour because that's how much they paid back 14 years ago or 13 years ago. And how many hours I would have to work just to make $100. And I always think about that because that makes me realize, hey, $100 just clicking buy and sell, I'm not going to complain. I'm happy because I know what it's like to work at McDonald's. The McDonald's that I worked at, people were nasty. The customers were just fat and Dorito dust eating weirdos with glasses. Like, they were just nasty people. I hated it there. But yeah, I guess going through that, I know what it's like to work at McDonald's. So I appreciate like just making $100. Like $100 is $100, $40 is $40, right? Better to make that 40 here, clicking buy and clicking sell, than having to flip burgers at McDonald's. I've been there, so I appreciate like $40. $40 is $40. But this guy, of course, he was like, He's like, oh no, anything under $200 doesn't seem really seem worth it. And I told him, I'm like, the market doesn't care, nor do others care. They will dump it on you, and you can have fun losing money instead of taking the 40, which he should have. He should have just taken the 40. And this applies to Rigetti, right? The market doesn't care about you. It doesn't care what you think. The best you can do is position yourself as close to the bottom as possible through the MACD crossover on the daily time frame, or maybe the bottom actually reveals itself, like, it just kind of goes sideways here between two levels, and then it has that huge cycle run. So the next one that's going to pump again is Sybil. It's coming down to the bottom again, as you can see, bloody, right? It's bleeding like everything else. It's going to come down nice and cheap, and then it's going to pump, and we can make an easy 40 to 80%. So that's like the next play if you want to make money. If you want to make money, that's the next play right there. But with regards to Rigetti, and like I said, guys, I try to make every video a lesson. Like, I want you to walk away learning like everyone else has been. If you're not learning, then you probably shouldn't be watching, because you already know just as much as I do. At that point, you're experienced. Got in at $2 to $3 average, and I will keep my shares, wait for the next hype. I hope it doesn't come down to his average. That might suck. Although, not a bad long-term hold, because we know they have a bunch of partnerships with Azure and also Amazon, and who knows how many other partnerships they'll get in the future. This is just what they have now. I have been following you for over 3 to 4 years. You have definitely increased your expertise, knowledge, and laying out the concept of how the market works. Retail investors are clueless, like me. And with your lament term, I think he messed up here. With your guidance, I've made over $1 million. Otherwise, I would have been a bag holder. Thank you. Would you short the stock? No, I don't short. I never go short. No, thank you. I only go up. I like up. That's it. Yeah, see, this guy gets it. If the market is red tomorrow, back to $165 to $2, and that is awesome. This guy understands. They understand that sellers have a lot of ammo. They got a lot of ammo. Like, be very careful. It can still keep going down. Yeah, so this person made the mistake of bought it at 1806. I'm going to keep holding it until it goes back up, which sucks. But they'll learn, hopefully. Someone asked me, how do you know it's the bottom? We don't know. If we could tell, the only way we would know if there's a bottom is if it's a very clear sideways action. Like Sybil, it's very clear that, here's the bottom right here at 50 to 60. It came there again. Buyers love it, right? So sellers couldn't push it any lower. And then it happened a third time. And it's going to happen a fourth time. And we will reload here at the bottom, and then we'll take advantage of the next 30-40% pump, because it's penny stock. It can move 30 to 80% like nothing, and we'll make the easiest money ever. Perfect for small accounts, by the way, because I have a lot of people in my Discord who are small accounts. A lot of people who have been joining have small accounts. Big accounts have it easier. If you're a big account, life is easier, I promise. If you know what you're doing. If you're just throwing money around, then different story. So yeah. Like, you can see, like, all these people that are commenting, everyone has their own, like, story behind them. Some of them get it, some of them get it, some of them don't. Some of them are asking me, like, do you know where the bottom is? No. I'd be lying to you. It would be disingenuous of me to say that I know where the bottom is. I don't. You have to wait for the market to reveal that to you. Or use the crossover to get in. Should I hold it? Got in at 14. Ouch. Ouch. I mean, at this point, you kind of, I don't want you people to take a big loss. Like, you made a mistake, learn from it, hold it at this point, really, right? Like, if you're down 50% on 100K, I really wouldn't want you to take the 50K loss. At this point, just hold it and hope it comes back up for you. And then if you're lucky enough that it comes back up for you, you sell that bag and you learn from your mistakes and you wait for the bottom next time. Like, it's a very expensive lesson to learn, but I learned it, and that's why I'm telling you, like, if I can do it, I know you can. I learned it. Like, I got to where I'm at by, unfortunately, losing money. That's just kind of the cost, right? Should I cut losses pre-market, sell ASAP, or wait for the price at market hours? I don't like to give people advice in terms of whether they should sell it or not. You do what you want, but, like, I'm just waiting for the buy. Loaded 30K worth around 9.40. We thought it bottomed. Oops. He thought it bottomed. I don't know why he thought that. Look at that. That's not a bottom. Not with that big red candle. I don't know why he just assumed that was the bottom. You never want to assume. You really do have to wait. And someone in my Discord did say, like, hey, like, you really have to, you know what I'm saying? For now, but one day you'll get burned. If we all have patience with shades is difficult in the beginning, but it gets easier along the way. Yeah, I have extreme patience, guys. Like I can wait weeks. I don't care. I'm not buying no top. I'm not buying halfway through. I'm waiting for the bottom to reveal itself. It just takes time, and you need to have experience and trade like a machine. That's what I do. I just trade like a bot. If stock at bottom, buy. Else, no buy. That's it. That's simple. It's a simple F and L statement at that point. I'm literally an if and L. I'm literally an if and L statement. That's it. I'm just a walking if and else. Yeah, if and else statement. If an elf. I almost said if an elf statement. That sounded weird. Yeah, we're down 26%. So please wait. Please wait. It can still come down another 26%, believe it or not. Wait until we start getting some buyers showing us where they love the price of the stock. Let's read some more comments here. Hello, I'm Shade's cat. He is the best. Hey, cat. You pissed on him? Oh, yeah. I smelled like piss because I carried my cat, and I guess he pissed on me. I don't know. Yeah, broader market crash could lead these. Yeah. Unfortunately, the ones that. So what he's saying is true. It was 74 cents 3 months ago. It's not worth more than 74 cents. Well, it's going to be worth whatever the people decide. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, if the market, technically Palantir stock is overvalued, but who cares? If the market believes it's worth more than whatever it's valued at, it's just going to, you know. So it doesn't really matter in terms of what anyone thinks. The market doesn't care what you think in terms of what you think it's worth. I don't think it's going to bottom out at 74. It should bottom out above $1. So it doesn't care though what I think either. It's going to bottom out wherever it wants, and we just have to wait for that. That's all there is to it. Broader market crash could lead to these hyped quantum yeah, some of them can definitely, because some quantum stocks are definitely weaker than others. RGTI and IonQ are one of the better ones compared to the others out there. So that's why I'm talking about RGTI and IonQ. But I agree, some of the others could definitely suffer. Although they raised a lot of money. I don't think they'll go into bankruptcy. A lot of these quantum computing stocks, they took advantage of the price pump, and they've been raising money. Which makes sense, right? Can you blame them? I think it's going to drop to 140 very quickly. It could, absolutely. Guys like Lady Gaga poker face. I don't know what that means. It might be a Gen Z person. I don't know what that means. But yeah, back to this guy. I was telling everyone in the Discord, like, guys, don't be like him. Be patient. Be disciplined. And you will make money. And as this guy said, Milbrat here, 1016, like, you know, Shades is very patient, and it's difficult to sit on your cash and wait. But it gets easier. Like, I have not alerted anything since the new year. Well, other than Civil and AITX, and those pumped and people made money. But I have not alerted anything for like almost a week or more. We just have to wait. We can't do anything. We don't want to fight against that wave of selling pressure, right? If that makes sense. They got too much ammo. You're just going to walk into a ton of bullets. I don't know why I'm using gun terms now, I guess, but sure. I think I would rather make $40 than, you know, hold a bag. I get your point, but we're not talking about 6 months. We're talking a couple of hours at most. Lesson learned, don't be greedy. But he's actually still being greedy. He just doesn't know any better. He'll learn the hard way. But anyways, that is it for the... Oh, this guy's asking me, hey, Shades, can you let me know when you think color is at the bottom? Thank you. People ask me those kinds of questions, and I'm like, sir, the market is bleeding? There's no bottom right now. Not even signs of it. So the only bullish thing in the market would be if Nvidia holds. Nvidia has to hold the line here. If it doesn't, we're going into bear market territory. And I've been pounding the table on that, and people get upset at me. Like, well, I don't want a bear market. The last time Nvidia crossed under, because you guys know I love using the MACD. The last time it crossed under in the MACD, you see this? Like, you're going to learn so much from this video. If you're watching till the end, whew, there's so much to be learned here. From other people making mistakes and being greedy, or you know, oh, $200 is, you know, too little. Man, I had to work 20 hours to make even anywhere near $200 at McDonald's back at $8.25 an hour. So I appreciate 200. The cross under happened right here. And we went into, let me see if I need to zoom out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we went into like an 8-month bear market. And you can see the price dropped from 34 to 12. Palantir dropped from like 40 to $5, and now it's at 80. In the bull market, you can see the bull markets are, strong recovery. So a lot of money to be made in bear markets by buying the dip and averaging down. But that's a whole nother video and a whole nother strategy. But if this happens again, you can see right here, this is a threat. This is a threat here. If this crosses under, we might go into 2025 with a bear market, which is nothing more than an opportunity to add your favorite stocks cheap, yes, but also stocks keep coming down, right? It's a bear market. Stocks keep coming down cheaper and cheaper and cheaper with no bottom in sight. And what are we seeing right now in the markets? We're seeing exactly what I'm talking about, right? Stocks just keep, it's not just Rigetti, Nvidia, Tesla, like all of these stocks, what are they doing? They just keep bleeding. So I want you to look at the big picture. That's why I use Nvidia as the big picture. When Nvidia is struggling and you see stocks bleeding over and over again, and you see that there's just too many warning signs of the market that we might be going into a bear market. We might. It's not confirmed yet. We haven't gotten the cross under. The market has to bounce and recover this month, or it's looking like a bear market. And that sucks because a lot of you who jumped into the quantum computing AI hype, robotics hype, you're getting right now, what you're getting right now with all this selling pressure is you're getting a taste of what it's like to be in a bear market, where things just keep dropping over and over again. So be ready if that does happen. I'm not saying it is going to happen. We have no confirmation of that just yet because it hasn't crossed under on the monthly MACD for Nvidia. Because again, Nvidia, one of the strongest, best performing stocks out there. If that's struggling, everything else is going to struggle. So there you go. I hope you guys learned a lot because I really touched on a lot of things. Greed, being patient, disciplined, listening to Shades when he says, hey, take the $40. $40 is 100. $100 is $100. $200 is $200. Don't be like that. Like if you've ever worked at McDonald's or as a dishwasher, then you probably might appreciate that more. Like $200, yeah, I'd have to work 20 hours just to make that back then. So he has to practice some gratitude. Like $40 is $40, my friend. Take it and run with it. All right, guys. That's it for the video. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's a waiting game. Join the Discord if you can wait and exercise patience and discipline. If you can't, not for you. You're just gonna make me angry. Like, bro, just wait and you will make money.